Always keep my options open.
Alright. Let's go check if I have to leave through here or if I have to go through to another compartment. Yep, I have to find it through here somewhere.
I always have a backup plan.
Some of you should be taught reading and writing. I can't imagine why you need them, or letters and numbers, but you'll be studying until the brains come out of your ears. Huh. Pick me for studying. I got a huge noggin, see?
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Can't exactly fill your stomach with music, can you? Yeah, there. So yeah, I'm like obviously missing something. Maybe go down there. What do we even need this literacy for? Ah.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Okay, there. Pointing that way.
Rush not dawdle.
Missing something.
Is there money to be made?
My Auspex has detected something.
Ah.
The Inquisition taught me many things.
Nope.
I always keep my options open.
Cannot find my way to this cult.
Keep your wits about you.
Alright, let's go back up, see what that does.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
How do you get...
Always keep your eye on the prize.
I have a feeling I'm missing something like incredibly apparent. It's gotta be something with Zadina then. So why would she still be there? So, oh yes, the song. Oh yeah, here we go. Ah! She wandered into... See, it was, I knew it was right there. Yeah, it was consoled, web foretold. Undying one's blood secrets glowed, a light to guide her faithful fold. But threads must end, and so the spider did that which was owed, her life and death to ship bestowed. This final test, this time they want you to make a sacrifice, if one were to interpret the entire mystical search as a repetition of the saint's journey. Then the logical conclusion is that you were supposed to sacrifice yourself to merge with the blood that has drenched the flagship from bow to stern. And you'll see if you learn to see. Look into the darkness, look. I can't fathom what I meant to see there. And are gradually able to make out the outlines of objects hidden in the shadows. Rotting corpses, rough walls, the twitching death throes of infected people left here to die. You see no light in this place, only more darkness and despair. You don't see, do you? You don't see! You'll not see until you become like Zadina, the flesh and blood of this ship. How do I become like that? Oh, Zadina will show you, and you'll see the true light. Come now.
Is there money to be made?
She's gonna jump off. The rotating blades promise nothing but a senseless and brutal death. Slipping past them would require some unreasonably precise calculations, or blind luck. While listening to the air currents for a moment, you think you hear Zadina's whispered prayer rising from the depths of the shaft. Where does this lead?
I always keep my options open.
The Undying One is death. The Undying One is... Oh, this is slightly... terrifying.
Failure is just a temporary setback.
Ow.
I always get the job done.
Domin Obre, the Undying One has whispered that you would honor the Temple of Death with a visit. We are ready to serve you. May all them goods.
Keep your wits about you.
Aubrey, grab those goods. I need to be able to buy lots and lots of stuff the next time we find a shop.
Let us not dawdle.
Bridge is constructed from beams of floor and stretch over higher. Not unlike a web, the temple is growing as if it were a living organism. Oh yeah, they all got a lot of people working here. Come on. Down further.
This is intriguing.
Some serve as the death cultists' beds. The bones of their deceased comrades are their bedding. Oh, that sounds horribly
Rise
uncomfortable.
to the top, or get left in the dust.
Oh. Oh boy. Zero the frail old man, gray beard tinged with blood, folds his wrinkled hands in a ritual gesture. His body covered in scars, some old, some fresh. His eyes are sewn tightly shut. Ow! His mouth is cleft at both corners, making his jaw seem eerily snake-like. And the Lord of the Ark walked the paths of unlife in the footsteps of the web's first spinner, and the servants of death bowed before him, for the dolmen is the giver of life. The old man goes still, his head turned to the side. He nods toward the temple's muffled silence. Yes, yes, truth like a steam pours from your lips. We welcome him as the tenants demand. Your hues are almost pale as the gray of your beard, but what is this? A scarlet whirlwind shines through the faded colors. Trembling hands, although his arms are stiff and look like they can barely bend. In the next instant, the dynasty symbol is etched on his forehead. Dripping blood with a brief motion, he flicks the blood off his blade and several drops land on your face. The blood-spun web welcomes its new lord. I am the vizier. For many years we have waited, and now you are here. We have waited. Oh, what the heck? Yeah, they're all here. Why didn't that click? Why am I here? Death whispered your name and commanded us to honor you with a sacred ritual, but only inside the temple can the spinners perform it. Someone invisible nods toward empty space. Yes, we are glad he has reached this place. We are glad to serve. As I delve into my divinations from the flesh and blood of the departed ones, I turn into a relic most ancient and priceless. The tarot. Inherited by the cult from the matriarch spider who spun the first thread. One of the readings I did back when I still had the strength to leave the temple and usher souls on their final journey. That was when, in the intricate tangle of destiny, I glimpsed our meeting. But when we would meet, alas, was not revealed to me. Now what now? The Song of Trailing Blood tells of a path fraught with trials. By accepting it and setting out on that path, you pass the first one, the trial of resolved. For not everyone is prepared to shun their fear and doubt and markman. A search for death, the trial of compassion, was the second one. You passed it when you put yourself, albeit briefly, in the service of another soul. A man suffering from burns, for the choice between life and death is to be made only by those willing to take responsibility for the pain. The third was the trial of justice, and assuming the role of a judge for an apostate of your faith, you declared your right to have influenced the balance of life and death, that the errant soul had upset, and the fourth was the trial of duty, for duty always leads to death. We are prepared to render our duty to the Undying One, fearless and accepting of our purpose, which is to serve him. You too have proven yourself prepared, and the 4 trials have brought you here. For the tenets teach us that the lesson learned is in itself the supreme reward for one who is open to self-discovery. I don't know what's with the giant pendulum of doom. It's a death cult in the middle of my ship. It looks like it's full of blood and fire. I mean, there's also the giant blood fountain. So, aesthetics? I mean, wouldn't you want a giant pendulum of doom in your living room? I think it'd be a great addition. You get a mini one. Just have it spinning right below your fan there. The tenets command us to be prepared for all trials, corporeal and spiritual alike. Are you prepared? Uh-oh. A strange, serene calm envelops your body. Your fatigue subsides, and you seem to float in the air, seeing things you had not noticed before, the shadows in the corners taking on shape and color, the subdued lumen light playing on the cultists' bone masks. Are they really masks? Their tall, lean, empty-eyed warriors might as well be dead people. Chill runs down your spine. Ooh, it's getting all spooky. Your heart is beating slowly, your breathing has become deeper, and your thoughts are muddled. You seem to be under the influence of a potent stimulant. Gained 9 experience. Look around the temple. One moment the walls of death's sanctum grow infinitely wide. The next they are so narrow as to make it hard to breathe. The floor dances under your feet. The undying emperor's statue seems to shake its head threateningly as it looks down upon you. Alright, what's going on? That is for you to tell me. You look at the vizier, and his trembling frame seems small and insignificant. A single step is all it would take to crush him. But the visions are starting to wear off, and now the old man towers over you. The keen gaze of his sealed eyes are studying your every movement, waiting for response. Aha! A servant of death, hiss the echoing whispers from the temple, and the vizier bows his head reverently. You have become the blood of the flagship. Now you will become one of his faithful servants. We may not name you a spinner, for a spinner's thread demands the forsaking of one's previous life. But the blood-spun's web will still accept you. The tenets allow it, but only for a doman who has followed the trailing blood until the end. 87 experience. Nice. Oh boy, here we go. What's going on? Blood waterfall. Shower me in the blood waterfall. Give me the blood. Upon the ritual platform at the undying emperor's feet, under the keen gaze of his dark, empty eye sockets, you feel completely insignificant. Surprisingly, the thick blood pouring from his hands into your brow, chest, and shoulders is still warm. Bowed before his image, the vizier assumes the ceremonial postures with incredible ease, his withered body moving swiftly and soundlessly. You are slowly plunged into darkness to the sound of ritual chants and swooshing blades. Amid the noise of splashing blood and the cultist whispers, you hear the words, "Death has spoken your name. Domin Obre, death accepts you." Oh, a familiar whisper is scratching at the periphery of your consciousness. Or is it an inner voice? Even he hears you. What does he care? He did not save Theodora. He will not save you either. You are not his chosen one. But what if you offer a prayer to the gods that are truly immortal? The ones who do not hold back with their gifts. The ones who are always willing to accept you. Whisper words of corruption. No. Each word consecrated to him echoes in your temples and chest. Your veins become hot, and your blood turns to liquid flame. You have no fear in you. A whisper seems to come from above, and the Emperor's lips of stone. I see you. Could the lingering intoxication still be playing tricks on your mind? The strange rash you developed in the Freightline's pestilence pit grows pale and scabs over. A healing grace descends upon you. Hey, I got rid of space hepatitis. Or no, not space hepatitis. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, whatever. Space rabies. The vizier's voice grows suddenly thunderous and snaps you out of your reflections. Death has accepted you, Domin Obre. Now and for all time, you are the Blood Warden and the Undying One's most venerable servant. Blood Warden. Very flattering. Very flattering. Now that you are part of the blood-spun web, remember henceforth to beware of vanity, for it leaves gaping rents in the armor of our souls. Now, but I want the title. To many he comes during their time of service, in images of blood and whispers from the shadows. But remember that those are mere visions, for true death will not come for you until your time, and it will take your soul gently into its bony hands. Alright, we done? The ritual is complete, but you are not. The vizier gestures for one of the cultists who is carefully holding a strange garment. Ooh, new clothes. For years we have maintained fealty to the Domini. We have collected sacred symbols and relics. You are the first in 3 generations of lords and ladies to grace this sanctum, and the first of them all to be initiated so. We are grateful. We are uplifted in spirit. Hear our exaltation, and accept this gift of vestment sewn from the bones of his faithful with the threads of death. Ooh. The cultists whisper prayers to the Undying One as they help you change your clothes and regain your faculties. You became a spinner of the Bloodspun Web. Yay! Nice. Oh, and it's actually got better. Base armor. 5% dodge if the wearer's agility is more than 40. What's my agility? Oh. I gotta get my agility up. Oh, wait, no. That was this one. Hey, so yeah. Strength bonus. Wounds. 10% dodge if the wearer is not in cover. Armor reduces the incoming damage of average enemy attacks. Oh, sweet. You want me to open it? There you go.
Is there money to be made?
You had one earlier, Alice. As honored us with a visit, we are glad. First spinner. Peace, Cabela. You are the shield. You are the shadow. You are the blade. So be them. The smoke tickles your nostrils, making you slightly dizzy. Such substances are known to induce visions or hallucinations. Oh, okay. Check everything out. Underneath this ancient relic is a stone plaque with an inscription. If you value life above duty, you are not worthy of life. Loses all their temporary wounds and increases their melee damage by the same amount. Oh, wow. Next melee attack, they regain +1 wound. Oh, what?
I always keep my options open.
Why do you walk so weird, Cassia? Yeah. Can you go get a bowl from upstairs first? No, you already have a bowl. Oh, I don't like grits bags. Come on. There we go. Where'd you go, Alice? Okay, can you go take this bag back upstairs, please? Oh.
I always have a backup plan.
Easily done.
Ooh. More crimson. Nice. Anything else around here?
Keep your wits about you.
Alright. I think we finished. A spinner face covered in. Let me show you the way, Doman. Show me the way. All right. I hear somebody. I hear people. This is so odd. Why would you have sounds of people talking and coughing? Okay. Huh? For what? Okay, how about I'll come help you, okay? Yeah, just give me a moment. I'm just doing some stuff in here. Okay, then I'll come check it. But yeah, we don't want you climbing the TV stand. Pardon me. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we got those out. Where? Okay. Da. Time for some ablutions. Alright, oh, one second. Oh, that's not what I wanted to click, but that's what I clicked. Actually, I've changed my mind. Relax and close my eyes. I would call Cassia in here, but I'm gonna follow that book. Be a gentleman. Don't put joint muscle by more. Okay. Troubles, worries. Silent bliss. What fills his consciousness? Yeah, let's get some more iconoclast. Finish my ablutions. To the bridge. Always. That thing is always going off. Talk to Cassia.
Words cannot describe how boring the bridge is without our stimulating conversations.
Oh my.
I am a part of House Orselio, an ancient dynasty of the Navis nobility. Since time immemorial, our family has served to advance knowledge, pushing at the boundaries of the dark unknown. The Starway Atlas contains 2,843 routes that chart the sectors of the segmentum obscurus and reach all the way from the Coronis expanse to Holy Terror. And uniting the Imperium's thousands of worlds. House Orselio is bound by commercial pacts to houses Galeatis, Ortina, Drotus, and... There is a dark blue knot tightening on your neck, Lord Captain. I can see my reply is not satisfying your thirst for knowledge. What is it you desire to hear exactly? You have my permission, Lord Captain. Hardly. According to the chronicles of the house, I was born on one of the Orselio worlds. Oh, what was it? Please forgive me, Lord Captain. My childhood memories are too vague. Sometimes I dream about the colorful birds that built their nests in the garden, or the servants dressed in purple livery, or the blue fog that rolled over the lowlands behind the palace. But everything is covered in a rosy haze. Perhaps it is my imagination, not my memory, that is painting these pictures.
Rose-tinted glasses.
My stay on the station was wholly dedicated to preparing me for my future duty. Astromancy, astrography, numerology, the histories of my house and the Imperium, as well as other disciplines. For many years, dozens of instructors tirelessly prepared me for my destiny. And once a year, Great Regent Alronto would come to the station. He would entrust his beautiful vessel to my command, so that I could master the practical aspects of our art as well. The Regent gave me a bird from a sunlit planet once. I tried to befriend it and make it sing, but for some reason, it refused, and died soon after. The instructors were too respectful of my duty to my house to waste precious time on idle chatter. Aside from them, there were only servants on the station, and you know they have their vocal cords removed, so they cannot break their vow of silence. And since the subject has been breached, Lord Captain, why do you not follow this honored tradition? Your decks are so garish. Apologies, I meant noisy. The rabble don't just chatter. Sometimes they shout and even sing. Why do you allow such a lack of restraint? Rogue traders are highborn, are they not? With life? Ugh, if only you could take my place and watch this kaleidoscope. Every voice is a flash of color. Every conversation a shimmering glow. Every argument is an unstoppable swirl of gaudy splotches. The Emperor graced me with a gift. I can see inner life in addition to the mundane. You cannot know that a fruit has rotten from the inside until a blade slices it in two. I can see the rot from far away. It roils like swamp mud, oozing through the bright peel. Anger and boredom, sadness and joy. Everything that people shut away inside themselves is revealed to me like colors on the canvas of my world. It may be difficult to describe. You see, every navigator perceives the warp differently. My mentor, Great Regent Alronto, always described his travels through the Immaterium as a journey through a vast wood with countless paths. And I, assisting him in the first voyages, futilely tried to follow his example. But the wood would not reveal itself to me. But everything changed when I found my own key to this mystery. You see, I've always brightened up my rare moments of leisure time by painting. You may recall there was a workshop in my chambers. As soon as I imagined the warp as a blank canvas, An indescribable feeling came over me. I moved the brush, going deeper and deeper into my own painting. Visions were hidden within the vibrant colors of my palette, and something inside me knew which should be brought out and which should be left behind. I woke up several days later, after the voyage was safely complete.
Okay.
The navigator's open eye is baneful to whoever the warp's ruinous shine falls upon, and therefore it is the symbol of our power. We are the guiding stars of humanity, found worthy of an uncommon gift, and one of the duties that we bear is to guard our eye, even from wayward glances that may bear evil. Besides, I am aware that lesser servants of the Imperium may find our appearance repulsive. The navigator gene twists the features the rabble are used to seeing, and the magnificence of our role cannot be grasped by their feeble minds.
Wow.
Lord Captain, you are overstepping the bounds of propriety.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You will hear no objection from me, Lord Captain. Sister Argenta shines like a guiding star, inspiring resolve in those around her, seemingly inexplicably. However, I see a dark and ugly fog billow behind her, contrasting sharply with her shining light. It burdens the Sister of Battle. It drags her down. Yet Argenta herself is hardly aware of it. Seneschal Viserion is among the few whose colors are a pleasure to look at. Whenever the Seneschal speaks, heavenly crystal clarity spreads around him. And whenever he is angered, dark blue clouds condense over him. And in his rare moments of joy, a pure gleam of sunset pink caresses the souls of those near him. Out of your entire retinue, Lord Captain, he is the only one I would trust with my life. The esteemed Magos Haneman is shattered, like a beautiful stained glass window into a mosaic of colors. His bright, beckoning hues are mixed together in complete disarray. I must confess it perplexes me. Normally, scarlet and steel are all that fills the heart of a servant of the Omnissiah. Behind the cobalt steel of his thoughts, behind the cold, faded gray of his emotions, an ember, the color of amber, glows in Master Van Kalox's soul. So bright and warm, one is tempted to touch it. It is sad that the interrogator seeks to drown it with his own hands in the bottomless blue of duty. Sad indeed, but I can relate. Idira's emotions are like a maelstrom, bright, unbridled, enveloping her form like a wondrous kaleidoscope of colors. And as dangerous as a twisting warp storm. The riot of colors hides the truth from my eyes. What exactly is driving this woman? Is it her own will, or is it the Immaterium, Lord Captain? As the only voice of our family on this vessel, it is an honor. As long as your questions
Tell me
are
about House
courteous,
Rosalia. I guess
I
that's
will
what we're doing.
answer every one of them. You are shrewd indeed. My ancestor charted that route while fleeing the enemies of humanity. They say the Emperor himself was his guide, because the warp expelled their vessel without a single loss. Unfortunately, the lips of those who relate this tale seep with disgusting green hubris. I think Kalain Orselio was simply a skilled navigator. Oh, yes. The navigators of the house came to the Coronis Expanse fairly recently, a mere 208 years ago. Before that, our ancestors expanded the borders of humankind's dominion for the glory of the Emperor, blazing trails to different corners of the galaxy. Just as a rogue trader stands at the head of a protectorate, a Novator heads a navigator house. It is the Novator who decides where to look for alliances and which path their bloodline
Now
is
let's get
destined
on.
to tread. As for our house, the transfer of power to a successor is currently underway. In the meantime, Great Regent Auronto Orselio is ensuring the stability of the house. So says Regent Auronto. Nothing is decided yet. Some people in the house become enshrouded in rolling grey clouds at the thought of me becoming the Novator. But even more are bound with dull leaden chains. They think I am not ready for such a burden. By all means. Right here? Are you sure? Of course. Let us turn from personal. I have enjoyed your company.
Alright. Talked with my girl. Did a bunch of stuff on the ship. Come to the final dawn. Talk to the governor. Okay. Oh, scout out the planet. Yeah, okay. And okay, yep. Let's stop, girls, eh? Come on. Yeah. What am I doing?
I know how to take risks.
Okay. Enough, girls. Get the Fellowship of the Ring. Yeah, it's because you've been rubbing it everywhere. Hmm. No, 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 no. Jillian, please be careful. We'll get persuasion.
The web serves.
Okay, last time. That's that one.
Ready for data input.
So many level ups. Girls are screaming. Nice. Girls. Alice, get off. That's it. Enough. You're done. Because I'm tired of you two pushing it and pushing it until one of you is going to get seriously hurt. She was literally standing on you, Jillian, okay? That's it. You're done.
Sins hidden in the heart turn all
So
to
many
decay.
levels.
Do you require an audience?
Ooh, that'd be good. All right,
How
last
much
one.
on your back? All always.
Oh, this one. Alright. Made it. Back to talk to Governor Medina. Master Von Calix, it pleases me to see you in good health. I hope that you accomplished what you intended to do with the electrodynamic Cenobium. After an uncomfortably long pause, Medina clears his throat and quickly turns to you. Then the governor notices Cabela's clothes and his eyes go wide. He adds softly and cautiously, "This woman, she is your bodyguard, I presume, or is she here to..." Ooh. I can't express how grateful I am for your help. Now that the insidious heretic's designs have been thwarted, nothing stands in the way of my plans or yours. Now, with Aurora dead, the spirit of revolt is waning. Entire squads of rebels are surrendering. We are witnessing the final days of the uprising. I have already signed the order to allocate 2,000 first-class voidfarers to you. Their transfer to your ship should begin any minute now. I would also like to salute the savior of Rakev Minoris, and I have already given the order for a celebration to be held in your honor. We will mark your victory with an ancient custom, the Triumph. You will drive through the city streets accompanied by a guard of honor, as befits a hero who has vanquished the Imperium's enemies. While your trophies will be displayed to the jubilant crowds, let me know once you have concluded your business in this system that you are ready for Triumph to begin. Oh.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
All right. All right, that's all we needed to do, I guess. Doors. Not explorer. Should we head to Majoris? Or this new planet? Well, let's head to Majoris. Curving round the sun, nothing's gonna happen on our way to Majoris. Gonna get there with nothing. Yeah! Begin scan. 50 experience points. Unidentified void ship. Another one. Unidentified void ship. Unidentified void ship. Augurs notice a large object among the lifeless rocks covering the planet. A void ship whose signature and origin are impossible to identify from orbit. It's resting on the edge of a deep ravine. The hull of the unidentified vessel is severely damaged. Rocks around it shattered by the force of the gigantic machine's crash landing. The Augurs haven't detected any vital signs, aboard or near the vessel. Xenos. The landing party reports via Vox as soon as they touch down. The colossal void ship before them is covered with spikes. It resembles a morbid beast sculpted from darkness itself. Menacingly hanging over the ravine, an experienced veteran accurately determines the origin of the unholy vessel. It belongs to the Xenos race called the Drukhari. Ready to collapse at any moment, the void ship emits a long, woeful creak, as if promising to drag along into the abyss anyone who dares to disturb its slumber. Screaming repeated words. Harbinger, darkness, and death, not wanting to tempt destiny or to test to recall people. No one you said it was that. That's trash. We gotta find out what they were doing. After 2 watches of hard labor, the workers managed to stabilize the Drukhari void ship. The soldiers who entered the vessel were met with lifeless bodies of Xenos who had died when the void ship crashed. The void ship itself, following its abominable nature, came to life, immediately craving to sate its wicked appetite for human death. Vessel systems have reacted to the intruders, and senselessly cruel, deadly traps have been activated on all decks. Monstrous contraptions designed to mince, rip apart, and incinerate their victims took the soldiers by surprise, but they were neutralized before the squad suffered significant losses. The soldiers found several curious pieces of xenotech on the sinister void ship, but no data could shed some light on why it came to the Rycat system. Ooh. Ooh, monofilament grenade. Wow. Okay. So they came to the system, so obviously the Drukhari are here. Taste of victory. Yeah. Oh, the compiler. Let's go scan the planet. Begin scan. Oh, the prison world. Yeah. All right.
Always keep your eye on the prize. This could be an opportunity.
Come in, escort. This is Captain Vicar. Escort, come in, please. Next, you with a mixture of hope and disbelief. Who are you? Did you come from the planet? Are you reinforcements? Saint's teeth, I thought you'd never come. It seems more likely that the Warden Castiglia learned about the rebellion on Rycat Minoris and decided to use the situation to his advantage. I can't say for certain. Perhaps no one can. Governor Medina has always preferred to shoot rebels rather than inquire about their motives and connections. Alright. Captain Raquel Vicari, servant of the House Winterscale and the pilot of the shuttle. It is an honor to be greeting His Lordship von Valencius. There's been a prison riot on the planetoid. Sadly, it is being led by the prison warden himself. Oh. The Honorable Anathagon Castiglia, he has allied himself with the rabble that he himself was supposed to watch and declared Rycat Philia to be independent of the authority of the system's lawful governor. Ah. I came here as a shuttle pilot, alongside the Honorable Yvain Winterscale, son of Kiligos Winterscale, rogue trader. Vanquisher of Xenos, forever triumphant over the enemies of humanity. Ah. Young Lord Winterscale wished to speak to the Warden personally so he could put an end to this lawless treason. He and his escort went ahead, and I haven't been able to contact the Vox for a very long time now. Yeah, because I went elsewhere first. Winterscale has made several diplomatic visits to Iraq 5 on behalf of his father. The Great Regent would not have granted entry to someone dishonorable, which means whatever happened in this terrible, malodorous place must aid this man of noble blood. Is there anything else I should know? They've holed up in barracks. I don't know how many, but given this the only way through to where the negotiations are taking place, I would expect heavy resistance. Please take caution, your lordship. Willard Winterscale's guards mined the entrance so that the rebels couldn't get to the shuttle. Yeah, no one expected this. Master Castiglia is a nobleman from a respected governor house and a vassal to House Winterscale. All of a sudden, he proclaimed that Rykadphilia was now his personal domain, that the prisoners were his subjects, and that he would never bow to anyone again. It's pure heresy. Alright, let's go. Your lordship, if I have a minute of your time, I would never have dared to trouble you with a personal matter. But the situation, in any case, have you been to the capital of Rykad Minoris yet? I wanted to ask if you saw a man there, communications officer by the name of Jasper. You need not worry, Jasper's alive. Can't imagine how much I needed to hear that, thank you. Alright. Well, probably have to pause it there. Save her. And we'll have to pick her up again next week.